100 yard dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man, man. Oh, deal with that.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
We're going to start. 55! Red 80. Check right. Watch it.
A first down throw, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, let's go. You remember me. Let's go, baby. Check. 80. Check.
Here's Darnold. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 43 yards that time.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
55, Mike, 55.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Rosen will throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
218, jump. Hey, alert.
From the gun, it's Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I got it.
Running, it's Drake. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Rosen. And a completion to Wilson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double time. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Go, go, go. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balazs. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Alert, alert. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is born. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good edge steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
On 1st and 10, Darnold into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You. Hey, Mike's 50. Watch the screen. Pass.
On third down, Rosen under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. They'll run on first down. Akers, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack?
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Check me out. 80.
Hey, I 7. Oh, 80. Here we go.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he finds a man in the crossing route. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
On first down, it's Darnold. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. In for the score. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down, it's Drake. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, scheme 6.
Here's Rosen to throw. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4th down now after a loss of 2. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And they'll indeed go for it with Rosen. That's to his running back, complete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, Akers. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and a couple, Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Darnold finding Anderson here, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, exit.
Now Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Jets will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Rosen. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
how many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point.
We play to win. Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out at the...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw, Darnold going for it all. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on. The extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground with Drake. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Caught, it's Wilson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. On first down, it's Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped of the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And an alley to run. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of the defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. And that's all you can do.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Miami.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
On first down, Drake. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. On 2nd and 15 now. Rosen on the right side. Open is Gesicki. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still...
On first down, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point safely through, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Here we go on 4th down with Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
But it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there, making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creep. Alert, alert, alert. Switch.
Faking the give to Drake. Now Rosen. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Quentin Williams, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Man, I got you. Man,
Second down and goal. Darnold steps away to his left. And he's got it. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? A shotgun snap for Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. From a yard out as his guys continue to pour it on. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Alert, alert. Hey, Delta.
50's to mine.
Oh, you got deep? Right.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Hey, Wolf.
From the 39, Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got the connection here to Bourne. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash, this from 53. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game.
And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Rosen will throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 33. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we get that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Right back to Drake. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
One final shot here for Rosen. Dancing to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that